It's possible the It's possible. It's possible. It's possible.
What's up, Jack? Hang in there.
Right, and what are you looking at?
All right.
I see. Rosemary,
What?
could you excuse him for a moment?
Right.
Huh?
You know, so he can...
Exactly.
Oh, I get it.
That's so cute. I
Jack,
can't bear it.
let me know when you're done, okay?
That's so cute. I can't bear it.
It's possible. A riding.
Jack,
right.
give it a rest. I can't bear watching you do that.
I disapprove. Return to your duties. That's what I feel like saying, but I'm beginning to feel like putting you in charge was not such a good idea.
All right. Freeze!
Don't shoot.
You a cop?
I'm not NYPD. I came in with the Bravo team. Who are you with? And what happened to SEAL Team 10?
They're all dead.
All of them? That's bad.
Did I tell you you could move?
It's all right. He's not one of the bad guys. Don't go pointing that thing everywhere, kid. What's your name?
My name is Peter. Peter Stillman.
I'm lecturer at Nav Scolio at Indian Head. Also a consultant for the NYPD bomb squad.
A poor old man who got dragged along for this picnic.
I thought you'd retired.
I did. Can't keep up with everybody, as you can see. A famous church got wiped off the map thanks to me, with too many lives inside. All I lost was this leg.
So you're the bomb disposal guy.
Kid, this is the bomb disposal guy. Open any explosives disposal textbook and you'll see his name.
Just ancient history now.
Why did they bring you out of retirement then?
Because the terrorist group here includes one of my students, the Emperor of Explosives, Fat Man. He built an atomic bomb when he was only 10. I created him in a sense.
And that's why you're here.
I'm pretty rusty. I was supposed to supervise the bomb disposal. Looks like it was taken care of before I had my turn.
I wouldn't say that. There are at least 2 people here who can claim to be experts at bomb disposal.
Are you two with SEAL Team 10? I didn't see you at the mission briefing.
Oh, we're with another squad. My name is Pliskin, Lieutenant Junior Grade. Honored to meet you, sir.
Mr. Pliskin, do you have any experience with explosives disposal?
Don't worry about me. And he looks young, but he can do it. But we need more manpower.
I'm,
What's your name?
Raiden.
That's an odd name.
Any other survivors?
There was also an engineer with me.
An engineer?
A skinny guy. He went in with us.
Where is he?
I haven't seen him since that skirmish.
Was he killed?
I don't think so. I didn't find his body.
I see.
They told me he was a security systems architect for the big shell.
Why would they take a civilian along?
Everything in this structure is computer controlled. He was supposed to get us past all the security measures.
I never heard anything about that.
He had official orders with him.
We'll leave that for later. Right now, we need to figure out how to deal with all the bombs.
But there's no one left from the SEAL's EOD squad.
Yup, so we have to do it ourselves.
But I've never defused a bomb before. Hold on a sec.
Off to confer with the CO again?
Glad to hear Stillman is safe. Assist him in any way possible to clear the C4 from the structure.
Colonel, you know I've never been trained in bomb disposal.
It's all right. The man you're working with is the best in the field. All you have to do is follow his directions. You will, of course, keep your identity and mission objectives to yourself.
Is it true that an engineer came in with Stillman?
I wasn't informed of that. It's probably something the SEALs decided on their own. There are more important issues at hand, Raiden. The enemy may retaliate for the failed assault. Get those C4s neutralized now.
Colonel, I'm not qualified for bomb disposal.
Jack, it's me.
Rose?
You can do this. Trust me.
You haven't had bomb disposal training per se in VR, but you're more than capable of handling C4.
This is a little different from using C4.
You're up for this. You know that.
How about it, kid? Are the results in yet?
There's no need to think about this so much. You won't actually be dismantling the bomb. That's not for amateurs. What we'll try here instead is a temporary freezing measure. Here, look at this. This is a C4 bomb. It's live. You can see it pulsing. Now you spray this on the sucker and there we go. Simple, huh? The spray freezes the detonator instantly.
How long does the effect last?
There's no way the thing can detonate in this condition. Even if you leave it alone, it'll stay out of commission for at least 24 hours.
That's enough time.
If we had the manpower, I'd recommend complete disposal. But this will have to do. The spray can be used from several yards away. Now check the floor, ceiling, walls, under a table, everywhere. Try to imagine the locations the bomber would choose.
That won't be easy. We don't know a thing about Fat Man.
Is there anything that'll help us locate the bombs?
Here, take this with you. It's what they call an ion mobility spectrometer. It can recognize ionized gas emitted by C4s.
The what?
In other words, that little gadget sniffs out C4's scent.
That's right. I've established a link up with your radar network, so any scent detected will be represented visually. Have the sensor activated and keep your eye on the radar.
What if he's using some other odorless substance?
I know Fat Man well. I know how into his own aesthetics he is.
Signatures?
Yes, on every bomb he builds, he always leaves a trace of the cologne he uses. The sensor also picks up that particular scent spectrum.
Is that something he learned from you?
No, it was his own quirk. He wouldn't work by any rules except his own, and he followed them like a religion. And common sense wasn't one of his strong points. I thought I taught him everything I knew. I have no children of my own, and I thought I found a son in him. He had the right stuff, you know. There's something very unusual about an ability like that. Even at Indian Head, he got special treatment. I remember some people called him one of the fat cats. Maybe that's what started all this. I didn't teach him the most important thing I had to tell him. There are some things you have to pass on. The trick is to know which one. Right. All I taught him was skills. And now I have to stop him from using it to destroy us all.
Let's see how well that sensor works.
All right. I'm activating them. Watch. You see the green stuff on the radar? That's a visual representation of the C4 scent detected by the sensor.
It's a pretty big area, isn't it?
Don't complain. It's better than nothing.
Just activate the sensors and search the area, okay?
All right.
Don't forget that you need the radar to use the system. Log into the node at every strut and turn the radar on.
We have to keep out of the enemy's sight, too.
Because the radar gets knocked offline when we're spotted?
Exactly. Fat Man would have allotted some C4s here in Strut C as well.
Here?
I know the structure of this facility, and if he wants to take out the plant, where he would target.
You know this for sure?
Of course. I taught him the techniques he uses. His ideas are based on my theories. Demolition is a kind of ideology. It makes no exceptions for time or place. Big Shell consists of 2 hexagons joined end on end, north to south. There should be packets of C4s on each of the vertices, or the struts in this case. You need at least that to take a building of this integrity out.
6 on Shell 1, another 6 on Shell 2. A total of 12 bombs at least.
Considering the shell's architecture and composition from an engineering standpoint, that's my conclusion, and it's exactly what he would have decided as well.
Kid, this place is all yours. I'll take care of Shell 2.
Take this.
What's this?
Security card, issued to Shell personnel. The Big Shell security layout includes varying levels of clearance. The clearance level is identified by the number printed on these doors. Raiden, your card key can open doors with security clearance level 1. Pliskin, your card can get you into level 3 areas. You'll need it to get next door to Shell 2.
How did you get this?
That engineer I told you about gave it to me. He was supposed to program a set of all access cards once we were on site. Unfortunately, this card won't get you into every area of this structure.
We'll have to deal with the remaining security lockouts as they come up. Let's get going. You stay here.
No, I'm going.
The 2 of us can handle it, don't worry.
But
You'll just slow us down with that leg of yours. There's a war going on here. I don't have time to babysit anymore.
Why don't you just let us handle the grunt work? You can tell us what to do over the radio, like in the original mission plan.
all right. I'll give you instructions from here. I may also need to prepare a backup plan just in case.
In case of what?
Good luck to both of you. This is a dangerous one.
Who dares, wins.
If anything comes up, let me know. My frequency is 140.25.
Good luck, kid. I'll see you later. Semper Fi.
That man's no SEAL. I don't even think he's a Navy man.
What?
Semper Fi. Marine Corps talk. Normally, team leaders stay in the CP and give orders with those headphones. And as far as I know, SEALs keep their officers away from the field. And Who Dares Wins is a model of the British Special Air Service.
Is he one of the terrorists, then?
No, somehow I don't think so. If there's someone to suspect, I'd put my money on you. Just take care of those bombs for now.
What about you? They could be back in this area soon.
I'll hide out in this pantry for a while. If I lock the door, it should be all right. Plenty of food in here too, so you don't need to worry about me. I'll give you instructions by Kodak from here. Good luck, kid. Bomb disposal is a face-off with your own mortality. Don't let the fear get to you. When you give in to the fear, the darkness comes.
Raiden here. I took care of the C4 in Strut C. The ceiling of the women's bathroom was set to blow.
That's not like him.
Anything wrong?
Maybe. Pliskin's reported other locations too, and none of them are effective demolition points.
What do you mean?
It means that they wouldn't be the best places to choose if you wanted to destroy this place.
Are you saying they don't plan on blowing the shell up?
It certainly seems that way. So far, we haven't seen anything but a waste of good explosives. Unless, of course, we're missing something.
A trap?
He couldn't have overlooked the fact that I would be called into this. There's something going on.
Freeze!
Who's there? Nothing here.
Huh? What's that?
Nothing here. Nothing here.
Freeze!
There's somebody there.
I've taken care of that annoying fly. What's the situation over there?
Puzzling. I saw a man dressed like a ninja just now.
Ninja?
It's the only way to describe it. A kind of cyborg ninja, complete with a sword.
What?
Are you hiding something from me?
Olga, are you sure it wasn't an Arsenal Tengu?
Don't be a fool. Think I wouldn't know the difference? I've never seen field gear like that ever.
All right, we'll intensify patrols. Anything else?
Actually, one more thing. You'll find it hard to believe, though. I saw a man hiding under a cardboard box.
Where?
On the connecting bridge to Shell 2. So you believe me this time?
I've seen someone use that box trick before. We'll lay a trap on the Shell 2 connecting bridge.
Over and out, then.
Freeze! You must be one of Dead Cell.
Of course not. What a thing to say.
Drop your gun!
Not a chance.
I saw a female soldier. Russian. Must be Olga Gerlukovich.
How do you know?
Unlike you, I've been briefed.
She's not a Dead Cell?
No, she commands a Russian private army.
They must be the ones patrolling the big shell.
That's right. She's led the group ever since her old man, Colonel Gerlukovich, died. Watch yourself with her. She's a tough one.
Raiden here. The C4 reported on the roof of Strut E has been taken care of. Explosives were planted on the Harrier 2 stationed on the roof.
This is all wrong. This is something only an amateur would do.
What do you mean?
All the bombs that have been found so far don't appear to be in the right kind of locations. And the quantity of explosives isn't sufficient either.
Even Fat Man can make mistakes, right?
No, there's something else going on here. Get a move on with the disposal, Raiden. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Do you think it's a trap?
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell Pliskin to watch his back too. Just hurry.
Nothing here.
Be careful. There are Claymore mines around there.
Who is this?
Stealth-equipped Claymore mines, invisible to the naked eye. Use the mine detector.
Identify yourself.
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? You mean from Shadow Moses?
Mr. X, then.
Mr. X now, is it? Why would it matter if I called you Deep Throat?
Never mind about that.
Why did you contact me?
Let's just say I'm one of your fans.
Colonel, someone calling himself Mr. X just contacted me. Do you know anything about it?
No. And whoever it wasn't a burst transmission. The transmission was sent from within the big shell.
He called himself Deep Throat at first. Do you think...
I caught that part too. But the possibility of it being true is none. Gray Fox was the one who used that alias in Shadow Moses, and he's dead.
Is it an enemy trap?
Could be. Exercise extreme caution.
Freeze!
Nothing here. What's that? Huh? Huh.
Send a replacement guard for the area.
Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F. Intensify the level of security.
it!
What's going on? Respond. Communications with Strut F have ceased.
Nothing was wrong.
Why are you late with your status report? What's going on? Respond. Communications with Strut F have ceased.
And
What's going on? Respond. Communications with Strut F have ceased.
Jack, do you remember the day we met?
I'm kind of busy right now, Rose.
You're right. Sorry.
I do remember. It was right after I transferred to New York. There were all these tourists around you in front of the Federal Hall.
A group of middle-aged Japanese ladies came up and asked me which building it was that King Kong was climbing in the movie. I said it was probably the Chrysler Building. And then you showed up and started mouthing off. You were like, no, it's the Empire State.
I said the Chrysler Building was in Godzilla.
We started arguing, and I forgot all about the tourists. I was insisting that I was right, and you were doing the same. The next thing we knew, the Japanese women had gone away, and we ended up going to the Skyscraper Museum to see who had the better recall.
We argued all the way to Battery Park.
And for nothing.
Since the museum was closed, we went our separate ways from the museum. And then I found you again by coincidence out in the base corridor.
An amazing coincidence that we were actually working at the same place.
That night we went up to the top of the Empire State.
It was so beautiful. I could look down on the Chrysler Building from 120 stories above ground.
I felt overwhelmed. I didn't care anymore who was right.
And that was our first date.
We watched King Kong in your apartment a bunch of times that night. Didn't sleep till morning. If it weren't for that coincidence, we wouldn't be together.
I know. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm taking up your time again.
Hold you in my arms.
Take care.
Freeze! This is Raiden. The C4 found in Strut A has been frozen and disposed of. Explosives were planted in the pump room on the first floor.
Good work. Only one more left to go.
This is Pliskin. Do you read me,
Exactly.
Pete?
I'm here. What's up?
Raiden, you need to hear this too.
I'm listening.
I checked out the bottom of Strut H for you, Pete.
Wait, what's this about?
I asked Pliskin to look around. Knowing Fat Man, I can't shake the feeling that all the bombs so far were just wrong.
So did you find anything?
Yeah, a hell of a lot of C4s packed into the bottom of the strut. Pete called it right.
I knew he had the real thing up his sleeve.
So all the other ones were dummies?
No, they're a threat, all right. But the detonation wouldn't be enough to destroy the entire shell. But the C4s Pliskin found would inflict serious structural damage.
That's not the bad news either. These are sensor-proof.
What?
New model, I guess. The ionization sensor can't detect them. The whole thing is sealed tight to prevent vapor leak, and there's no trace of that cologne signature. Pete, looks like he fooled you.
Yes.
But you managed to find the thing anyway.
It was sheer luck.
Bombs that are invisible to the sensor?
Any ideas, Pete?
Are there more out there?
I'll go see for myself.
You can't move fast enough.
He's right. I can try the spray from a distance.
Hold on. There's something not right about this one. I can feel it.
Well, Pete, should I come back and get you?
No, there's no need. Raiden, you have one left to go, correct?
Right, except for those scentless ones.
How about you, Pliskin?
I have 2 left, not counting this one.
Okay. It'll have to be me. I have the level 4 card that'll get me into Shell 2 in any case.
You'll never make it. With that bad leg of yours, they'll spot you for sure.
That won't happen. I can walk just fine. I can even run.
What do you mean?
That bomb 5 years ago. I messed up. Even with all my experience, I lost it. And the church was lost in the explosion. All those kids playing nearby, too. These past 5 years, I've lived a lie.
Lied?
Yes, lied. I didn't lose my leg in the explosion. So many dead. All because of my mistake. All I could think about was hiding from the crime, shielding myself from the public outcry. I wanted people to be sorry for me, for my weakness. I faked being a victim myself because I couldn't bear to face the families of the real victims. This is no prosthetic. I can keep my footing on catwalks and hike over deserts. I lived my life so well, I haven't even answered to myself for my sins. It was supposed to be a shield, and it's become a shroud instead. I've killed my soul by playing the victim. Instead of protecting me, it's made my life even more hellish.
What good can that do the victims?
I know. I'm a coward.
Hey, Pete.
God forgive me. I can walk with my own 2 feet, and I need them to stop Fat Man. His crimes are also mine. One of omission and arrogance. No one should teach the skills I taught him without a clear conscience. This is the only way I can diffuse my own sins.
I get you, Pete. That one's all yours. You got it, Raiden?
I understand.
Pete, I've taken care of guards in struts G and H of Shell 2. I wouldn't recommend you go into any of the other struts.
I owe you one.
I'll get back to freezing the baby bombs then.
You do that too, Raiden.
I'm on it.
I'll have the radio with me if you need to get in touch. Just don't ask for Peg Leg Peter. He's gone for good. Well done. It looks like there are no more bombs in that strut. Now, head for the other struts.
Raiden, leave the odorless C4 on Strut H to Stillman. Your job is to dispose of the C4s left on Shell 1. Locate every last one.
I have the last C4 frozen. There's nothing showing up on the sensor now.
Good work, Raiden.
You're way ahead of me, kid. I still have one to go.
How's your bomb, Peter?
It's a bomb, all right. Sealed C4, and in huge quantities.
You think there's another one in Shell 1?
For sure. Somewhere at the bottom of Strut A.
Why are you so certain?
If this bottom section of the strut is demolished, Shell 2 will be well on its way to destruction.
You mean that Shell 2 will actually sink?
Not immediately. There'll still be 5 struts left. But if Shell 1 loses a strut at the same time, it'll be a very different story. The big shell's structural integrity depends on a very exact balance. If both shells lose a strut each, the whole structure will tear itself apart under its own weight.
What do we do?
I have a sensor that can locate even those scentless C4s. It makes combined use of a neutron scintillator and a hydrogen bomb detector.
You brought that stuff with you?
Of course. I made the calibrations while I was in the pantry.
Does it work?
I just tested it, and it definitely responds. But the best I can do is a sound beacon, not the radar.
Sound?
The shorter the interval between beacons, the closer the target.
I get you.
There's another one in that pantry I was in. You can go back and get it.
It's all yours, Raiden.
I'm going to study it some more and see if the freezing process will work. Don't touch the other one until I say so.
Okay. I'll stand by until you radio in. Peter, I have sensor B.
Good. Head to the bottom of Strut A.
How's your invisible bomb?
I'm looking at it, but I'm keeping my distance. How's Pliskin doing?
A few more minutes. I just got to the last strut, but there are a few enemy sentries I have to take care of.
Does it look bad, Peter?
Maybe. It's an odd one. The detonator hasn't been activated.
What?
But the sensors are live, which means...
This is Pliskin. I've located the last C4.
Is that it?
I'm about to freeze it. Then...
Wait! Pliskin! Damn! That was it!
What's going on?
The detonator just woke up. It's counting down!
What happened?
The big ones were rigged to be activated when all the baby C4s went offline. Raiden, the one in Shell 1 should be counting down too. Hurry!
What's the remaining time?
400 seconds.
400 seconds?
Raiden, move! Get to the bottom of Strut A now!
Is there somebody there?
Raiden,
Exactly.
listen carefully.
What is it?
I fell for it.
Fell for what?
Fat Man has my number.
All
The
right.
proximity trigger. Microwave.
Microwave?
With a 7-foot range. It's not a technique I taught him. Neither was that multi-bomb booby trap. Looks like he's far surpassed me as far as explosives technique goes. As for the rest,
Pete, get the hell out of there.
there's less than 30 seconds left. It's too late.
No!
Pliskin, get away from Strut H as fast as you can.
Pete!
Raiden, keep your distance. Use the spray from as far away as possible.
Me?
You can do it. I know that.
I'm not so sure.
But I am. Do it. I know you can.
Colonel, Stillman is dead.
I know. Pull yourself together, Raiden.
I can't. I can't do this alone.
Jack, are you listening? All right, calm down.
Stillman is dead. There are no more explosive specialists.
You're fine. I won't let you die.
Rose.
All right then. Is Sensor B equipped?
Yes.
See if it responds or not. Jack, no matter what, you have to bring an end to this crisis.
Okay. Colonel, I've neutralized the bomb.
Good work, Raiden.
It was a great loss for everyone.
Yes, it was.
Colonel, any damage report on the explosion?
Seems that the duct for diverting the contaminated seawater was destroyed, and the central section of Shell 2 is flooding. The explosions ignited the oil slick on the surface.
What about the toxins?
The chemicals stayed in containment. There's no immediate danger.
Is the big shell stable?
Shell 1 was unaffected. The price was high, but the threat of the bomb is over for now.
What's the next objective?
Rescue the President. Get back to the upper level.
Roger that.
Jack, do you need to save?
Rose, no comment?
About?
I've killed someone.
Jack, it's a battlefield.
My opponents are living, breathing human beings. This isn't like the VR training. They have bodies. They have had lives. I took all that away from them.
But you've got no choice if you want to survive.
And yet, maybe because of the VR training, I can't help but try and block out that reality. It's the only way I can manage to fight.
Jack,
What?
I don't care what it takes, just as long as you come back alive. Do whatever it takes, please. Just come back in one piece.
Okay.
Raiden, all the bombs have been defused. The President's safe return is now top priority. First,
That's
take
exactly
the elevator
it.
to the upper section of Strut
That's
A.
exactly it.
Raiden, the terrorists have retaliated for our bomb neutralization.
Exactly.
A hostage has been killed, shot in the head. They shot one of them on the roof, just to make sure we caught it. One of our satellites caught it clear as day.
Damn.
They announced they would kill one every hour from now on.
What are my orders? What should I do?
Stay with your mission objective. Rescue the President.
What about the other hostages?
President Johnson is your first priority.
Priority my butt. They're all in danger.
Jack, be reasonable. I know what you're feeling, but you can't save them all.
No, not by myself.
Are you expecting that Pliskin to come through?
Well,
Looks like he's turned his radio off too.
I can't complete this mission by myself.
That man was not included in the simulation. He is not a factor in this mission.
What do you mean by that, Colonel?
Your mission must remain a solo effort.
What about the SEALs? No second attempt?
They haven't even gotten to planning that. All we can do is wait. In the meantime, you're our only hope.
I understand.
Raiden, go and rescue the President. You can start off by getting to the upper level of Strut A.
I can't tell you how happy I am that you were alive after all. I knew this moment would come. Show yourself and finish me. Like you finished off my father. Otherwise, you'll be the one to die.
Oh, crap.
That's not him. This could be interesting. You've seen the fires of hell, haven't you? Maybe you can give me death. My name is Fortune, lucky in war and nothing else. And without a death to call my own. Hurry, kill me, please.
Fortune's railgun packs some power. A direct hit will kill you. Do not present her with a target under any condition. Stay behind cover. Raiden, Rose did a bit of research on Fortune's weapon.
The big rifle that she carries appears to be a personal railgun.
Railgun?
Yes, an electromagnetic gun that fires bullets with magnetic force. As a movable conductor, it uses plasma electrons to boost acceleration capabilities. The kinetic energy of the ammunition is approximately 10 megajoules. Incidentally, that of a 140mm smooth bore gun ammunition is 20 megajoules.
I can't believe something like that even exists.
It's not available, though. What she has is only a prototype.
That thing sure doesn't sound like a prototype.
Problems with the rail plasma and inner rail electromagnetic release have yet to be solved. Evaluations exist that criticize it as unacceptable as a field weapon because of the high risk of accidental discharge.
But hers doesn't?
Most likely, probably because she's lucky.
Unbelievable.
Either way, it's a weapon that she alone can wield, that's for sure.
Yeah, and a weapon that's uncontrollable, too.
Be very careful, Jack.
Kill me now. That went nowhere. What good are you? You missed. What are you doing? Kill me.
What is she, a witch? For some reason, I can't hit her.
I don't understand. She's obviously impervious to attack.
What are my options?
Disengage her and get out.
The elevator is still upstairs. My retreat's been cut off.
Hang on until the elevator comes down again. Your weapons can't hurt her, and you need to stay alive. Use whatever cover you can find and invade her. Don't even think about attempting melee combat. Keep your distance and evade her attacks. Just buy some time until the elevator arrives. Fortune's railgun packs some power. A direct hit will kill you. Do not present her with a target under any condition. Stay behind cover. Fortune's rail... Fortune's rail... Right. Fat Man just contacted us directly.
Fat Man called us?
Yes. Looks like he placed a bomb on the heliport. He specifically asked for you, Raiden.
What?
He's killed off Peter. Now he's after you.
Why me?
How should I know?
Look, this is really not a good time for this.
The countdown's already begun, Raiden.
Great. How much time do I have left?
I'll show you the count. 400 seconds remaining.
So he's planning on taking this place out.
It looks like he has a different agenda from that of Dead Cell.
What about backup?
None. There's no time.
Which type of explosives is it?
He didn't say.
I'll take over, Queen.
What is it?
It seems our friend Fat Man is out of control.
He'll actually try to destroy this place?
Yes, this could unravel everything we've planned.
But why would he do such a thing?
Who knows? But he's nothing more than a stereotypical mad bomber now. He's completely lost sight of our ideals. And with it, his loyalty to Commander Jackson.
All right. I'll take care of the wayward soul. It wasn't him.
Unfortunate.
I expected more of this one, really.
But he couldn't kill you, I see.
Completely useless.
Then he's all mine.
Later, Vamp.
Now! Damn.
Vamp. Are you gone? No. No. That death was meant for me. Why am I the only one that can't die? Alone again? Cheated out of death again? How long will you force me to live? How much longer, Dad? You've punished me enough. I thought you could give me peace. But you couldn't kill me either.
There's no need for sorrow, Queen. I died once already.
Them.
I can't die twice.
So you're the one. You're right on time, I see. I like a punctual man.
Is he Dead Cell?
I am Fat Man. I am the greatest that humanity has to offer, and the most. Can you hear it? Hear this rhythm? It's the rhythm of time. And life. Don't you love this sound? I used to hang around department store clock counters. Life is short. Bombs tell the time with every moment of their existence, and nothing else announces its own end with such a fanfare. Glad you could make it. The party's about to start. Yum. Good year. Let's drink to Stillman, shall we?
If you destroy the big shell, you'll never collect your ransom.
Ransom? What are you talking about?
$30 billion in cash.
So that's what's going on, huh?
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, you'll know soon enough. And I could care less what they plan to do. My ambitions are much more simple. To be the most famous bomber of them all.
You're nuts! No one's gonna give a damn about you.
Oh, yes, they will. I'll go down in history as the man who beat Peter Stillman. That's the only reason I assisted them.
Like hell you beat Stillman. He had your number.
What did you say?
You have nothing of his courage. Or... What are you laughing at?
That croc died a dishonorable death 6 months ago.
6 months ago. The liquidation of Dead Cell.
Call it what you want. Only the right stuff survived that hell. It set me free, you know. Opened the way to a new dimension. So that I could become the Emperor among detonation devotees.
You're nothing but a common criminal, and that's the only way people will ever remember you.
How dare you! I'm an artist! That is why I dislike boorish military types. It's time to start the party. This is how it works. I plant a bomb, and it'll explode soon after that. If you prefer to stay in one piece, you'll have to disable my bombs. Laugh and grow fat. Let's move! My suit. Oh no. I've nothing to wear to the party.
The party's over for you.
That's what you think.
What do you mean? What did you just do? What is this?
I have beautiful hands. These delicate hands can craft works of art.
Answer me, what the hell is this?
It's the switch for the biggest bomb in the entire place.
Huh?
No use. Once it's activated, there's no stopping the count.
Where did you plant it? Where is it?
Somewhere in this area. Don't worry, it's very close by.
Where is it?
Go ahead, shoot me. I'm already dead.
Damn!
Think you can find it? When it goes off, it'll take the big shell with it.
Tell me where I can find the bomb!
That's your problem. This is the highlight of the party. Bring it on, I say. They'll be happy too. I die here and start my legend. Too bad you won't be around to see the movies. Laugh and grow fat.
Good work, Raiden. Looks like all the bombs are neutralized. One of their main leverages is now gone. That leaves...
Colonel, Fat Man didn't seem to know about the ransom demands.
Intentionally kept in the dark, I'd say. He seemed to be coming from a very different place from the other terrorists. Raiden, a lot of hostages, our president included, are still in danger. Keep your mind focused on protecting them.
What are my orders?
Rescue the president.
We have no idea where he is.
You haven't been in the Central Core yet. I suggest you start there.
Wait, I have another call. Want me to take it?
No, I'll go offline. Best to keep our presence unknown.
How you doing, kid?
Pliskin, Is everything all right?
Could be better. Looks like I was out cold for a while.
How did you manage to stay alive?
Had a little help from a friend.
Friend?
What about the bomb?
Diffused. And Fat Man, too.
That's good news.
How's Shell 2?
It's a mess. The bomb crippled H-Strut.
What about the toxins?
The what?
If the big shell blows up, the explosion is expected to produce massive amounts of toxins.
Never heard anything about that.
Huh?
Well, looks like there's not much danger of that in any case. But the central core is starting to flood. It won't last much longer.
Well, what about the president and the other hostages?
They weren't in Shell 2. They must be in Shell 1.
We need to get the hostages out of here now.
It's too far from Manhattan for a swim.
What about the lifeboats?
There doesn't seem to be any. Doesn't make sense.
So a chopper is our only extraction?
Right. And it comes with a passenger limit. Intel has it that there are about 30 hostages.
It'd take more than a single trip.
We'll have to come back.
Can you pilot a chopper?
No, but I brought a gearhead with me. He's a good guy. I'll introduce you later.
Pliskin, I'm on the heliport right now, but I don't see their Harrier. It's out somewhere.
We better move now, then. Our chances with a Harrier after us are close to nothing.
Do you know where the president is?
No, that one's all yours.
The president is at the top of our rescue list. These are our orders, Lieutenant JG.
Your orders, not mine.
What?
See you later.
Raiden, let's get back to the task of rescuing the president. Head to the core of Shell 1 and investigate the area.
Jack, is that you? Jack, I know you're probably doing fine, but don't get discouraged. Remember, Lieutenant J.G. Pliskin is with you too. You'll be all right. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Don't give me that. Every time you say nothing, it's always something. What's wrong?
It's just that, you know, you seem to think pretty highly of him.
Well,
Yeah, Pliskin's the kind of guy you can really depend on, isn't he?
what?
What?
Yeah, Pliskin is one heck of a man, isn't he? He's so cool, so confident.
Yeah.
But he's nowhere near as cool as you. You'll always be my number one. Always.
But that's not what I meant.
You know, you're kind of cute sometimes. Bye, Jack.
That's so cute I can't bear it. Pliskin, you seemed pretty focused on the Navy captain. Something catch your eye?
Yeah. Remember the handcuffs were cut? There was something on the other end of that.
Do you know what it was?
Well, No. Forget it.
What do you mean, forget it?
Just what I said. Forget it. Talk to you later, kid.
Hey, Pliskin, were you really a SEAL?
That's what I told you.
But
But what?
nothing.
Listen, kid. You're on a mission. Thinking about anything else can get you killed. I see the old man set you up with a Sensor A unit. Aside from C4, explosives continually release their own specific particles. Based on ion mobility spectrometry technology, Sensor A is capable of detecting particle clusters. Simply put, the detector can sniff out C4. The detected C4 appears on radar as a cloud-like shape. The cloud indicates the rough location of the explosive. This sensor looks like it's been specially tuned. It's been specially modified to sniff out the signature odor of C4, combined with Fat Man's special perfume that he uses to identify his work. That's why it won't respond to any of the C4 that we've set up. We got a lot of use out of this thing.
Exactly.
We probably won't need it anymore.
Exactly.
Shoot a fire extinguisher
That's
and the
exactly
contents will spew out. It's probably a good way to distract the enemy. If you ever find yourself under pursuit, give it a try. Necessity is the mother of invention. If you shoot those pipes along the ceiling or the floor to throw something, such as a grenade, put your thermal goggles on and Raiden, look at the enemy you knocked out. See the stars revolving?
masked with flying colors.
Identify yourself.
I'm like you. I have no name.
Are you Mr. X?
If you like. But come, let's get out of the open. Follow me.
Are you with Foxhound too?
Neither enemy nor friend. Just a messenger from the Lalilu Lelo. This is safer, I think.
Safe from what?
Eavesdropping, of course.
All right. Why did you contact me?
I've been ordered to give you backup, including the relaying of necessary intel.
Ordered by whom? Why won't you identify yourself?
There is no need for you to know.
I'll decide whether I need to know.
You are not yet trusted to make such decisions. I'll tell you something you do need to know instead. The current location of the president.
What?
Or rather, the person who knows the current location of the president.
Who is it?
A Secret Service agent named Ames, currently being held with other hostages.
Secret Service, huh?
The head of the president's security detail, Ames has been fitted with the same type of VIP nanomachine system as the president. If you're within range, you should be able to communicate.
Why are you telling me this?
Do I need to repeat myself?
There's no reason for me to believe any of this. You understand that?
Of course, but you also have no choice but to believe. Do you have any other leads?
Where are those hostages?
The hostages are being held in the B1 conference hall in the Shell 1 core. You'll find Ames there.
What does he look like?
We don't know if it is indeed a he. I've never met this person either.
How am I supposed to look for someone without even a description?
Use your ears.
What's that supposed to mean?
Ames has a pacemaker. You'll be able to hear the machine sound in the heartbeat.
You expect me to walk up to these hostages and listen to every one of their heartbeats?
The sound is too minute to detect unamplified. You'd be captured immediately.
So what am I supposed to do?
Use the directional microphone. There's one somewhere in the core. Take this. The security guard will unlock all level 2 security doors, including the one into the core. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electronic field. And watch yourself. The core is more heavily guarded than any other section of the big shell. You'll get nowhere just like that. Try this instead.
One of the terrorists?
The surveillance camera won't let you on the elevator without the right uniform.
You want me to disguise myself?
Men assigned to the core and those on perimeter duty are given different colors to wear. Your new outfit will work in some areas, not others. The uniform alone won't fool them either.
You're talking about weapons.
Right, you need an AK.
But I saw them carrying an AN-94.
All men assigned to the core section carry AKs.
So without an AK-74U, someone will see through me really quick.
You could take care of the weapon issue yourself. One other thing.
There's more?
You'll also have to pass a retinal scan to get into the conference hall.
Biometrics. Crap.
Nothing but the real thing will suffice. Deception is not an option here. I suggest you hurry. They have the nuke on their side.
The nuke? They have a nuclear weapon with them?
You didn't find their continuing presence here unusual? Even with the president as hostage, this is an island, and they have no visible means of escape.
Even if they do have a nuke, the warhead is no good without an access code. The security lockout can't be bypassed.
They don't need to. They have the code. You saw it too, I believe. The Navy man with half a handcuff. The other half of it is on the football, or the black case if you like. The nuclear button. And now they have it.
Why did they have to bring the football along? To a decontamination plant of all places.
But they did have to. Because, after all, the big shell is the farthest thing from a cleanup plant there is.
What?
Dead Cell didn't have to bring a nuke along with them. It was right here to begin with. Nothing in this affair is what it seems.
A cover-up? But why? For what?
For Metal Gear that is housed here.
Metal Gear?
The very same. Bipedal nuke-capable vehicle Shadow Moses infamy. This place is the R&D center for its newest incarnation.
What the hell is going on?
Better ask Ames the rest.
What's this for?
You might be glad you have it. Keep the controller's vibration function on.
What do I need a cell phone for? Colonel, who was that man just now?
He's not one of ours. No, we have no one like that in our unit.
He said that the big shell was housing a new model of Metal Gear.
First I've heard of it.
Colonel, what are you not telling me?
I've been completely open with you, Raiden. I've told you everything.
Is that everything you know? Or everything I need to know?
Snap out of it, Raiden. I'll have the Metal Gear rumor looked into. You need to make contact with this Ames.
So you believe that ninja?
Since we have no leads on the President's current location, we have no other alternatives. Right now, collect as much data as you can, including anything on Metal Gear.
Are those my orders?
Yes, they are. Disguise yourself as an enemy soldier and infiltrate the Shell 1 core.
Understood.
Raiden, make contact with Ames and find out whether...
What can I do for you, Jack? Got a minute, Jack?
Rose?
I found some information on where Solid Snake is interred.
Great. Shoot.
I've located the grave site.
And the body?
Exhumed for DNA testing.
Well, do you have the results?
The right arm was missing, but there was no doubt that it was him. That body belongs to Solid Snake.
So the head of the terrorist group must be...
An imposter.
Right.
You sound disappointed.
I guess I was kind of hoping to meet the legend in the flesh.
I get you. But it looks like he's not behind this incident.
Raiden, the President needs you, I think. Disguise yourself as enemy personnel and infiltrate the core section. Your priority is to contact Agent Ames. Find yourself an AK. You have a level 2 card in your possession. Go and search the warehouse in Strut F.
Pliskin, do you read me?
What's up, Raiden?
I just ran into a guy decked out like a ninja.
A ninja?
Yeah. Do you know anything about this?
No. Can you trust that costumed freak?
I don't know. But the Colonel told me to follow the guy's instructions.
And like a good soldier, you'll do it, right? I'll let you in on a little secret, kid. The ninja that was publicized in the Shadow Moses incident no longer exists. The guy you met has no connection whatsoever with the incident.
And how do you know that?
Because I do.
Huh?
Just be careful who you trust, okay?
Pliskin, do you know anything about a Secret Service agent named Ames?
Ames?
You've heard of him?
No.
Listen, if you know anything...
No. I got the name mixed up with someone else. Forget it. I see you're wearing the enemy field uniform. Looks pretty good on you.
Cut it out. It's bad enough that I'm dripping with sweat, wondering when somebody's gonna see through my disguise.
Don't worry. And quit being so sensitive. At least your walk won't give you away.
My walk? What do you mean, my walk?
Nothing. Forget I said it. I'd worry more about the fact that the uniform's a little small for your size. It just might come off when you bump into an enemy. Normally, a proper fitting uniform is issued to a soldier. You're just going to have to fit your movement to the uniform. You can use the holes left behind from collapsing floors to your advantage. Tip the bodies of enemies you've taken out into the ocean to hide them.
Freeze! Huh? Oh!
Nothing here.
Who's that? Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
Understood. Dispatching an additional unit to Strut F. Don't allow the subject to get away.
Move! Move! Clear! Clear!
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F. Intensify the level of security.
Looks like you've got an AK. If you wear an enemy's field outfit and carry an AK, you can pass for one of them. Listen up, kid, and don't forget this. Only the guards in Shell 1's core are armed with AK rifles. The others are armed with the AN-94, the official rifle of the Russian army. If you hope to disguise yourself as the enemy, you don't want to be carrying an AK outside of Shell 1's core. Looks like you've got an M4. The M4 is an assault carbine favored by the US SOCOM. It's a descendant of the M1 carbine used in World War II. The 4 refers to the fact that it's the 4th carbine to be officially adopted by the American military. Basically, it was developed for the Special Forces using the M16A as a base. The M4 carries 30 rounds of 5.56mm by 45 SS-109s. By the way, carbines are short-barreled rifles originally developed for cavalry use, but as far as you're concerned, you won't need to remember that. Raiden, a full life gauge will slow down the consumption. So, you've got an AKS-74U. If you wear an enemy's field outfit and carry an AK, you can pass for one of them. The AK is an outstanding rifle in terms of precision and reliability, as evidenced by widespread licensed manufacturing, not to mention large quantities of illegal reproductions. The AK is in high demand around the world. It is often used as reference for the design of new rifle models. Designs for Israel's Galil, Finland's Valmet, and other rifles are based on the basic structure of the AK. You have a smaller model of the AKS-74 that was designed for use by Special Forces personnel. The stock will only extend to a maximum length of 726 millimeters, a feature that makes the rifle easier to handle in small spaces. The AK can be fitted with a suppressor. With a suppressor, you won't have to worry about your gunshots being heard. Listen up, kid, and don't forget this. Only the guards in Shell 1's Corps are armed with AK rifles. The others are armed with the AN-94, the official rifle of the Russian army. If you hope to disguise yourself as the enemy, you don't want to be carrying an AK outside of Shell 1's Corps. That pistol you have is a SOCOM. It's a .45 caliber offensive handgun designed for the American Special Ops Command. With 12 rounds of .45 ACPs, it has outstanding stopping power. The SOCOM has a minimum service life, averaging over 6,000 rounds, and has a 5-round group capacity that extends within a 1.4-inch radius. It's a bit large, but the SOCOM is a gun you can trust. It also comes equipped with a laser aiming module. You've got a suppressor, too. The suppressor uses multiple partitions to reduce gas discharge and keep sound and muzzle fire to a minimum. By keeping the internal baffles moist, sound can be reduced by approximately 38 decibels. That suppressor can be screwed and secured to 10 different positions. This function allows you to adjust the gun's impact point, but that doesn't really matter. That's because the suppressor's already been adjusted. You should be able to get the same results you got when you didn't have a suppressor attached. This'll reduce your chances of discovery, as long as you don't leave too many bodies around. Your ammo is also limited, so don't go shooting everything in sight. Raiden, what have you got there?
Did you see that? Nothing.
Ah, come on. Don't play dumb. That kind of thinking might even be helpful on the battlefield.
Did you see that? Yeah, but...
Look, aside from its educational value, you can probably use it to distract an enemy.
Raiden, make contact with AIM.
Jack, is that you? Jack, how's the mission going?
Fine.
Fine? Is that it?
Look, I really don't feel like talking about the mission. At least with you. I want to talk about something else.
Okay then, let's talk about you.
Me?
Yeah, your least favorite subject.
That's not...
Oh yeah? Then go ahead and say something.
Like what?
Anything. Tell me something about yourself.
I can't think of anything interesting to say. Why do you want to talk about me so badly?
Because I'm curious.
But why?
Is it really that strange to want to know more about someone you love?
No, it's not strange, but...
You know, sometimes Oh look, now we're talking about me, not you. Why won't you tell me anything? About what you were like as a child? What kind of things you liked to do? What kind of people your parents were? I've never heard you talk about any of that. Why? Don't you think it's just a little bit unusual that I don't know anything about my own boyfriend's past?
Rose, when I get back, I'll tell you everything.
Is that a promise?
Yes, it's a promise. I want you.
Nothing here.
Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
Jack, is that you?
Rose.
So, have you decided to talk yet?
Nope.
That's too bad.
Why are you so interested in me all of a sudden?
Because I'm curious. More so than before. Does it really bother you that much?
There must be some things you don't want to say.
Like what?
You know, those things you don't want to say.
Let's see. Things you don't want to say. Like that you've been married before? That you're 80 years old? That you used to be a woman?
Rose.
What exactly is it you won't tell me? Do you think I'd hate you if I knew? Do you really have that little faith in me?
No, it's nothing like that.
Then what is it?
It's...
It really bothers me. The fact that there's a side of you I don't know. Sometimes I just can't help myself.
You've got me right now. Isn't that enough?
No, it's not. I'm sorry. I know I'm being greedy, but it's just not enough.
Raiden, make con...
Hold it! What are you doing?
Time for a treat.
Oh. Did you hear something? Oh.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Cool.
Understood. Reinforcements are on their way to the front of the elevator on B2 of the Shell 1 core. Intensify the level of security.
Time for a treat.
You have the directional microphone. According to our information, Ames has a pacemaker. This should make his cardiac pattern fairly distinct. Use the directional microphone to locate it.
What's that bird?
Parrot, isn't it?
Probably a large budgie. Parakeets get used to humans easily and are talkative, so they are real playful and fun. Hurts when they bite, though, and keeping their cage clean is quite a task. Having one isn't all fun and games.
You sure know a lot about parakeets.
I had my own once.
I didn't know that.
I never mentioned it?
No, this is the first time.
Really?
Yeah, there's probably a lot of other things that I don't know about you yet.
Yeah, actually, well, there's a lot more.
Rose?
Jack?
What?
After this mission is over, let's talk about lots of things.
Yeah, let's.
Good luck.
Venus in Cancer.
Even the most successful disguise can't.
The consumption of the O2 gauge will also be slower
That's
with
exactly it.
Enemy in the area! Increase security level!
Understood. Reinforcements are on their way to the front of the elevator on B2 of the Shell 1 core. Intensify the level of security.
Yo!
Retinol pattern recognized. You are cleared to enter. Retinol pattern is not recognized.
Jack, is that you? Jack, have you remembered what day it is tomorrow?
No.
I see.
You said you had something you wanted to talk to me about? What was it?
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why does it have to be tomorrow?
So I can build up enough courage first. And so you won't run away.
I would never do something like that.
Liar. Every time I want to talk about something, you suddenly remember that you have some work you have to do, or you get a stomachache.
If that's not...
You know it's true. What are you so afraid of?
I'm not afraid of anything, and I won't try to run away.
Is that so? Well then, we'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah,
So you have to come back, okay?
I know.
What's going on? Respond! Communications with B1 of the Shell 1 core have ceased.
Retinol pattern recognized. You are cleared to enter.
Raiden, one of those hostages in there is Ames. The only thing we know is that Ames wears a pacemaker. His heartbeat should sound different from other people's, so use the directional microphone to locate him. Once you recognize Ames by his heartbeat, keep the microphone pointed toward him. Then push the action button and call out to him. If it really is Ames, he should respond in some way.
What if it's the wrong person?
The guards may get suspicious and come running instead. Security could get tighter, too.
Try to be sure before you take the risk.
Don't call out to a hostage with the action button until you're fairly sure that it's Ames. If you do make a mistake, switch the microphone for an AK and get out of there before a guard gets suspicious. If you're discovered inside, they'll cut off your retreat and call in the reinforcements. You won't make it out of the room. The mission will be over if you're discovered. Don your disguise and look for Ames while deflecting the enemy's suspicion.
Reporting no problems in the hall.
You're Ames, aren't you? You're Ames, aren't you? You're Ames, aren't you?
My name's Jennifer.
Reporting no
You're
problems
Ames,
in the
aren't
hall
you?
on B1 in the Shell 1
Stay away
core.
from me.
Raiden, retain your cover.
You're Jennifer.
Possible hostiles sighted. Send backup.
You're Jennifer.
Reporting no
You're
problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
Once you have the directional microphone selected,
You're Jennifer.
What happened to your weapon?
You're Jennifer.
Stay away from me.
Problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
You're Jennifer.
Stop! Don't touch me.
if the enemy sees Raiden, it looks like the guard's in charge of the... I shouldn't have to tell you this, Raiden, but for the record, you are forbidden to harm any of the hostages.
You wouldn't do a thing like that anyway, right?
The guards are keeping watch over the hostages. If something happens to even one of them, they'll realize that an intruder is in the room. That place is a death... The guards in charge...
You're Jennifer.
Stay away from me!
That area is the hall. Looks like there's going to be a presidential welcome reception.
You mean we're gonna come flying in and crash that party?
The guards in...
You're Jennifer.
Stop! Don't touch me!
The guards in charge of the hot...
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core. Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
The guards in charge of the hostages are in reg...
It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames. You must be Ames. Keep still and listen to me. I'm not a terrorist. I got in here using one of their uniforms. I'm taking off the tape. Stay quiet.
Who told you about me?
An informer calling himself Mr. X, dressed like a ninja.
I see. Take this thing off me, will you? I'm Richard Ames.
Secret Service?
No, I was sent in by the Lali Lule Lo, just like you.
What?
You're here to find out where the president is. We have little time, so I'll be brief. How about switching to nanocommunications first?
Nanocommunications?
Right, silence beats talk when it comes to safety. Are you on?
Right here. Do you really know where the president is?
Almost certainly. He was moved to the first floor of Shell 2's core section.
The first floor, the core of Shell 2. Is he still there?
I don't know. I can't get a response.
You don't think he's been like the other hostages?
Hmm?
A hostage was killed in retaliation after the SEAL 10 disaster, remember?
What are you talking about? Regardless of what they do to other hostages, they won't touch the president.
What makes you so sure?
The case.
You mean the nuclear button they took?
Right. And the case won't do a thing by itself. That case may be the single most advanced example of a weapons failsafe system. The password is nothing less than the physiological data of the US president.
Physiological data?
The president's own vital signs, heartbeat, brainwave pattern, blood pressure, and so on, are constantly monitored and relayed by his internal nanomachines. This information, along with the DNA pattern, serve as a biometric password, unbreakable even by the latest parallel processor supercomputers. The password entry itself cannot be performed unless brainwave patterns and heartbeats fall within normal parameters, rendering chemical and other forms of coercion impractical. In other words, the login must be made of the president's own free will. As a failsafe, the input must also be reconfirmed hourly, even after the initial login. If a valid confirmation is not forthcoming, the system will automatically cancel the login.
And that's why they can't harm the president.
At least until the bird flies.
Is there really a new model of Metal Gear here?
Absolutely. The Black Case serves as the launch key to Metal Gear as well.
Why would they hide Metal Gear in an offshore plant?
Haven't they told you anything? The entire thing was planned. The oil spill, the tanker accident that caused it, everything. The big shell was built specifically for the development of a new Metal Gear model. The inspection tour was to check its progress.
What's going on around here?
Wait. Here comes Snake.
That's him?
Use the microphone to listen in.
King, Fat Man is dead.
It doesn't matter.
To come all the way to New York just to get hit with a bowel attack.
Why did he betray us?
Who knows? They're a band of lunatics to begin with. Nothing they do should come as a surprise.
I'll have his background rechecked, just in case.
You think he was working for them?
You can't discount the possibility.
What luck? Oh!
Yes. The man in the sneaking suit.
You know more about those suits than I do.
But Foxhound was disbanded 4 years ago. So it must be the Patriots. What about the damage to Shell 2?
The circulation system for the contaminated water has been damaged. The water being drawn in is overflowing, and the lower block of the central section is flooding.
Seal the connecting pathway between Shells 1 and 2.
The Simtex and IR sensors are already in place.
Any effect on it?
No.
What about the President?
The password entry has already been made to the Black Case. In 1 hour, we'll need a confirmation from him. His work is done after that.
Make sure you keep him alive until then.
Yes, I know.
What about the unit's activation?
Almost complete. The code has already been entered. All we need now is for the girl to start the system.
The usual method, I assume?
No. The drugs took care of everything.
Only a few more steps to outer heaven.
Who is that cyborg ninja, Shalashaska?
I cannot even guess.
What about you?
I'm having the matter looked into.
Don't cast suspicion where it isn't due.
Where it isn't due, when you watched my father die and did nothing.
It's been 2 years ago, Olga. Let it go.
I read the case file for Shadow Moses, by the way.
Olga, how could you suspect me?
I know that the ninja is not one of my men.
How meaningful you make that sound. If Sergei were still alive...
If the old man were still alive, I wouldn't need to take orders from you.
Olga, Sergei was my best friend.
If you sell us out, I'll kill you myself.
Listen, daughter of Sergei. Don't ever let me see your gun pointed at me again.
If you wish, I'll put a bullet in your back instead.
Stop this infighting. I took you both in when no one else would. You think any government would have you as irregulars in this political climate? The worst kind of wet works, maybe. But even that's doubtful. I recommend against switching camps. You've nowhere left to go. It's happening again?
This damn right arm. Liquid! It's almost as if it's having its revenge!
How much do you think we spent on that arm in Lyon? The best transplant surgery team in the world.
I never trust a Frenchman. There's something going on. The incidents are becoming more frequent. Maybe that man's presence.
Ocelot, I leave this place in your hands. I have the intruder to take care of.
Yes, King.
Is that really Solid Snake?
That's what he claims.
I thought Snake was dead.
Solid Snake did die. But he's also here in the shell. Either he survived or there are two of them.
Two of them?
And that's impossible. Anyway, what did you manage to catch?
They said password input was complete.
I thought so.
You said the password entry into the black case had to be made by the President willingly.
That's right.
So this means the President is cooperating with them.
It would have to be, yes.
Why?
Probably tired of being a puppet, but it wasn't a smart move to betray us.
A puppet?
We're running out of time. They will fire a nuke. You know what you need to do before then.
Fire the nuke? But it's nowhere close to the ransom deadline.
Ransom?
$30 billion in cash.
What are you babbling about? The nuclear strike is not a threat. It's been the objective all along.
They plan to slaughter millions of people.
No, a high-altitude detonation. You've heard of the Compton effect?
Total disruption of electronic equipment caused by EMMA pulse.
Textbook answer. Well, when an average nuclear warhead goes off within the atmosphere, the result is an electromagnetic pulse of up to 50 billion megawatts. The EMMA field can reach tens of thousands of volts per meter, and most electronic equipment will be toast in an instant.
If one of the key movers of world economy stops functioning, it could mean the beginning of a global depression.
But that isn't their aim. What they plan to do is liberate Manhattan, pull it offline and turn it into some kind of a republic. Hence, Sons of Liberty, I suppose.
Sons of Liberty?
Damn! Ocelot is coming. I'm going offline. Search my pocket. Hurry! It's a security card. You'll be able to unlock doors of up to level 3 security. Use it to get to Shell 2. Take care of the President before they launch the nuke. He's coming here. Pick up your AK.
What do you think you're doing?
I asked him to remove these. I'm ill, you see.
I always knew that the DIA turned out second-rate liars.
What are you talking about?
No need for denials. We know what you are, Colonel Ames. They knew that the President was planning to betray them. So they sent you in to keep tabs on him. Am I right?
You?
Sorry, Colonel. You failed to carry out your duties.
You'll never escape the Lali Lulelo.
Is that so? What the?
You tricked me. I understand now. Ocelot.
You? Which team are you with? Show me your face. You know who he is.
No, he is not one of mine.
Identify yourself. We meet at last. Hold your fire! We need the hostages alive!
Hurry, get away!
But you died!
Leave this to me.
Colonel, Ames is dead. Looked like a heart attack.
That's unfortunate. However, we do at least know where the President is.
So there really is a new type of Metal Gear in this place?
Apparently. We're still looking into it.
I've also been told that the nuclear strike was what the terrorists were after from the start, not the $30 billion.
Right. It was a cover-up all along.
Colonel, what are you keeping from me?
I am not keeping back anything. It's not as though I'm told all the facts either. I'm pulling in all the favors I can to look into all this. Just be a little patient. Our priority should be with the President right now. We can take it that they've completed the password entry and are preparing Metal Gear for a nuclear strike. Get to the President as soon as possible.
But the President is cooperating with them.
According to Ames, yes. But it's also true that they're about to get rid of the President. There's something else going on here, and the President may be able to tell you what it is when you see him in person. Once they get the confirmation for nuclear launch, they'll do it. You need to rescue the President before then.
Jack, I agree with the Colonel. You need to protect the President for now.
All right. Freeze! Freeze!
Nothing here.
Huh?
It's him. Everyone, stay on guard.
Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F. Intensify the level of security.
Enemy in the area. Increase security level.
Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F. Intensify the level of security.
Enemy in the area.
Nothing.
What's going on? Respond. Communications with Strut E.
Nothing here.
Raiden, can you hear me?
Pliskin, where have you been?
Checking around. I'm in Strut H right now. How's the situation over there?
We have a lead on the President's location.
Where is he?
Shell 2 core, the first floor.
I'm cut off from the core where I am. It's a mess here.
All right, I'm on my way to Shell 2 right now.
There are IR sensors in place on the connecting bridge between Shells 1 and 2. If you break the beams, the Semtex will go off.
Yeah, I heard them talking about that.
Target the control units and destroy them. Make sure you don't shoot the Semtex.
What do the control units look like?
Take a look with your binoculars.
That's the Semtex. And that must be the control unit.
Jack, is that you? You know, Jack, there's something that bugs me sometimes.
What? So cute, I can't
Why are you
bear
going
it.
out with me?
Huh?
Is it because I'm beautiful?
Why are you asking me this all of a sudden? And where do you get off calling yourself beautiful?
Well, it's the truth, plain and
I
simple.
want you.
I'm too smart not to realize it and not sarcastic enough to be modest about it.
Is that so? Well then, your schedule must be booked solid with dates.
You bet. I've even hired a private secretary to deal with all of them. But she cancels all of my appointments except for yours.
Ooh.
Sometimes it really does bother me. Sometimes I think all you want is a pretty face to accompany you to parties.
What are you...
Just to make everyone jealous when they see you with me.
You're being ridiculous.
Oh, really? But you never talk about yourself. I never know whether it's really me you want by your side, whether you'd ditch me if you found someone prettier.
You know that's not true.
Really? Then would you still go out with me even if I weren't beautiful?
Of course.
Do you like me for me, or is it my reputation?
Do you really think anyone would say your reputation? I'm just joking. Of course I like you for you. Honest truth.
Really? Thank you.